I want to start off by saying that this game did what I thought it wouldn't do, and that was to prove me wrong. Believe me, I had my doubts, and I even made 2 videos about them and received countless amounts of comments saying I was complaining just to complain, but at the time, I had legit concerns. While I still feel like those comments held as much weight as a Reddit mod with 99 karma, I want to talk about this game and how absolutely breathtaking it is. Without further ado, let's modify our weapons and track down other survivors as we dive into Dead Island 2. And if you enjoyed what you see today, be sure to sub to the channel. Okay, let's continue. Dead Island 2 is a 2023 action role-playing game developed by Dambuster Studios and published by Deep Silver. It is a sequel to the 2011 video game Dead Island and the 3rd major installment in the Dead Island series. You play as one of 6 survivors stuck in Los Angeles at the start of the zombie apocalypse. You'll follow a storyline that seeks you meeting up with a doctor who needs your blood to work on a vaccine. That's about all I know so far because at the time of me writing this, I'm still playing the game and progressing through the story. Not to mention, there are tons of side quests to play and hidden loot to find across the entire game, so there's always going to be something to do if you're looking to 100% the game. Leaving with that, let me start off with the things I love about the game. First off, California has never looked so goddamn beautiful. The vibrancy, the lighting, the mood during certain times of day just scream apocalypse while keeping the West Coast vibe that people love. The different areas you explore across the game are designed incredibly well. Los Angeles and Venice Beach possibly being my favorite all-time locations visually. There are also different areas around Los Angeles that show these high-end streamer setups, an apology that looks like it came from someone with the last name of Paul, Dawson, or even a set of React brothers. And it really just goes to show how much time and effort Dambuster put into it. They nailed the everyone wants to be a content creator aspect with some of these locations, and so much so, there's even a mission dedicated to that idea.
And no swearing in the first minute. I'm already on 2 strikes.
I also love the homage they pay to George Romero by naming the awards in the game the Romero Awards. A wonderful way to show respect to the godfather of the dead. Speaking of the dead, the zombies are downright disgusting little bastards. The new flesh and dismemberment technology these devs implemented make you feel like your weapons actually do damage. As I predicted in my first video, heavy weapons turned out to be the best weapons to use in my honest opinion. It's the satisfaction of hitting a zombie with a sledgehammer and seeing that little asshole fly through the air that makes everything seem okay. On top of the regular zombies, there are also mutated zombies who do different things. For example, there are super buff zombies, zombies that spit acid at you, some that blow up, and more. Aside from that, compared to Dead Island 1 and Riptide, there's no damn contest that this game has the best combat system to date. Everything feels so fluid, smooth, precise. Every positive word possible is how the combat feels. When it comes to the combat though, there was something that I saw as a problem, and that was the dropkick being a skill card instead of it being something a character should already know how to do. I had one person comment something along the lines of like, well, if you think it's so easy, you try doing it. Okay, bud. Come to find out, this was actually one of the first cards I unlocked in the game, and I really do think it's depending on what character you choose. I also believe there's an RNG element as well, because when I was playing with my twin brother Red, he didn't get this until he was like level 6, and I got mine around like level 2 or 3. That's another huge thing I want to touch on, the skill cards. At first, I saw them as a huge problem, so much so I made an entire video dedicated to it, and to my surprise, they actually thought about this. These skill cards can be acquired one of 2 ways, leveling up and finding them. Most of them can be used across any and all characters, and some are very specific. While some of them make you feel like your character is as unstoppable as a redneck in an M1 Abrams, others make you feel like you have as much impact as an activist on Twitter. Not very much to nothing at all. Even though I've got a long list of things I like, there's not a lot that I dislike about the game, to be honest. My biggest quarrel is the amount of shit you think you're able to unlock, but then get prompted to find a key or insert a fuse into a fuse box. I'll also add the metric fuck ton of batteries and breaker panels you need to use to progress in just about anything you do. Granted, you'll be able to find the breaker panels and batteries within the same area, but it's just the extra steps you need to take that really chaps my ass from time to time. Another thing I'm not a big fan of is how weak the weapons are, even with durability mods and perks added. Seriously, I've eaten mazapans that had more durability than a lot of these weapons do. If you don't know what a mazapan is, it's basically just sugar, honey, and almond meal in like a little wheel. It tastes amazing. Go try it. That could honestly be put on me because I like using heavy attacks, but even when I'm not, it feels like the weapons are extremely fragile. One more thing I want to mention before I get into my final thoughts is that this game runs amazingly 99% of the time. However, I've had one crash happen, and that's when you meet Patton and he shows you his little hideout. Other than that, it's been amazing. Oh, and this little glitch. And this weird running animation. Dude, you are side running right now. What the fuck?
It looks normal on my end, Chief.
Oh, dude, no, it's not normal on my end. I can rest assure you that. But these are just funny as hell, so I'll just move them to things I like about this game. For my final thoughts, I really didn't have a lot of high hopes for this game. In fact, I had a lot more negative expectations on how this game would be perceived, but seeing a title that fully releases with little to no issue on PC and consoles, seeing how much TLC went into the levels and the characters, and feeling the improvements compared to the first game is so damn refreshing, especially in a day and age where AAA titles come out broken and rushed, all for the sake of making quick cash. Even though this game was in developmental hell for so long, it hides its scars and presents us with something mindless, fun, and engaging. Some might be tired of the constant 1-2 punch fights they get themselves into, but with different ways and techniques to kill zombies, you'll have a hard time being able to say, yeah, I've already done that. Would I recommend it at its current price tag? It really just depends on a couple things. If you've been really wanting to play this game and you have a PC, then sure, go for it. It's got about 25 hours of main story quests and even more side quests, so there's plenty of content right now. And it's only $60 USD on PC, which is phenomenal compared to a $70 price tag. However, if you're just wanting to play it, you're not really too hyped about it, you just think it looks interesting, or you have a console, or you live outside of the US, then I would wait for it to go on sale. You could complete the whole game in a couple days if you don't want to bother with the side quest, and for PC players such as myself, it's only on Epic Games. And we all know that Epic Games launcher is as stable as an airplane flying 30,000 feet and only being held together by scotch tape and baby batter. Now I turn the mic to you. Let me know down below what you think about Dead Island 2. Is it the best zombie game of all time? Will it be another game to quickly die off? Let me know. And while you're down there, go ahead and hack that like button and slash that sub button all so YouTube can show you my content free of charge. This is Sir Blackout signing off to go start a zombie apocalypse in Los Angeles because I'm just quirky like that. Later.